I was able to have a 2-week holiday in Tokyo for just over £1,000, including my flights, hotels, and insurance. And no, I didn't stay in a capsule hotel or a hostel. I stayed in a regular hotel, in fact, a really nice hotel, and I was also really close to the center of Tokyo. So I stayed in Japan from the 1st of March until the 17th, and I booked my flights and hotels back in December, so I actually didn't book too far ahead in advance. In fact, it was pretty short notice. And when it came to checking for flights, I used Skyscanner. And because I was booking my holiday outside of public holiday times and outside of peak tourism seasons, I was able to find flights for £550 for a return journey. And the airline that I ended up flying with for £550 was Air China. Flight each way was around 16 hours with one short changeover at Beijing and Shanghai. Now, you may not know this, but you can actually book your hotels just using booking.com. And that is exactly what I did. Now, a lot of people end up paying a ton more money because they want to stay in central Tokyo. I did not do this. I did not feel like it was worth spending £2,000 just to stay in central Tokyo. Instead, I stayed in Otakyu. And Otakyu is really not that far outside of central Tokyo. It's only around 30 minutes on the train, so not too different than what you'd be doing if you were staying in London and getting the tubes. And the hotel that I ended up staying at was the Quintessa, which was only around a 6-minute walk away from the Keikyu Kamata station. And honestly, if I can suggest just one thing to you guys, is make sure that you have a hotel that is near a main station. Think Yokohama, think Kawasaki, think Kamata. If your hotel is near any of these main stations, it becomes so much easier to travel in and outside of central Tokyo. And because we chose a hotel that was not in a densely packed tourist area, it only cost £950 for our whole stay. And so yeah, if you're looking to have a cheap holiday in Japan, you're looking for cheap flights, looking for cheap hotels, firstly make sure that you're not booking during a busy season. And also don't get too hung up on trying to stay in central Tokyo or trying to stay in tourist areas. I honestly didn't miss out on any time exploring Tokyo because I was staying outside of the central area, and honestly most shops and businesses don't open until 10 or 11 a.m. anyway. It's honestly all about just sitting down and doing some good research, not just into the cost of flights and hotels, but also learning about how the train travel works. But genuinely, once you've done it once or twice, it becomes so much easier to navigate, and there's really not much that can go wrong. Saving that much money on my hotel meant that I was able to invest it back into actually having fun on my holiday.